हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। पावन है। लक्ष्मी माता जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। कृष्ण पृष्ठाय श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी नमस्ते सारस्वती गौरवाणी चार्य विशेषज्ञ पश्चात् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु श्री अद्वैत श्रीवासादि गौर। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं यत्कृपातं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। ओम पवित्र पुत्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यस्मरे पुण्डरीकाक्षं सबाह्याभ्यन्तरं श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। All glories to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Sri Nityananda. All glories to Advaita Chandra and all glories to the devotees of Lord Gauranga. Gaura Bhakta Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Again. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. This side Prabhu. Lalit Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Lord. पंचतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपा स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यां नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्. Let me offer my obeisance to the Lord Krishna, Lord Shri Krishna, who has manifested himself in 5 features. As a devotee, Bhakta Rupa, expansion of a devotee, Bhakta Swarupakam, incarnation of a devotee, Bhakta Avataram, pure devotee, Bhakta Aksham, and devotional energy, Bhakta Shaktikam. The 5 features. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, Swayam Bhagavan. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is Krishna's first personal expansion as Balram. Sri Advaita Acharya is Mahavishnu and Sadashiva Harihara. Sri Srivas Thakur is Krishna's pure devotee, Narada Muni, and symbolizes devotion. Sri Gadadhar Pandita is the Krishna's internal energy, Srimati Radharani, Srimati Lalita Sakhi, Ladini Shakti. Purport last lines. This confirms the Vedic Sutra. Parasya Shakti Vividhaiva Shruyate. All these Bhakta subjects taken together constitute Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Yeah. Thank you. Please recite, anyone? Rashmi Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण धन्यवाद।
नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेमा प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। O most munificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of the Srimati Radharani and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anybody likes to sing?
I can sing, Prabhuji.
Yeah, go ahead.
Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna 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 Raksha Mam. Krishna 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 Pahi Mam. Ram Raghava Ram Raghava Ram Raghava Raksha Mam. Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahi Mam. Hare Krishna. Yeah. That is, O Lord Krishna, please protect me and maintain me. That is, O Lord Rama, descendant of King Raghu, please protect me. O Krishna, O Keshava, killer of the Keshi demon, please maintain me. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mother, thank you. So we'll continue from the CC Madhya 169 verse. These are the teachings to Rupa Goswami. So we'll continue from here, 169. Hare Krishna, Sandhya Mata, you want to recite?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Nanda Pranam.
Nanda Pranam.
Ei Shuddha Bhakti Iha Ite Prema Haya Pancharatre Bhagavate Ei Lakshana Kaya. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: these activities are called Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service. If one renders such pure devotional service, he develops his original love for Krishna in due course of time. In Vedic literature, like the Pancharatras and Srimad Bhagavatam, these symptoms are described. Purport: one has to develop his devotional service under the directions of a pure devotee. The spiritual master, and in accordance with the Vedic directions given in Pancharatra and Bhagavata systems. Pancharatra system includes methods of temple worship, and the Bhagavata system includes the spreading of Krishna conscious philosophy through the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam and the discussion of philosophy with people who are interested. Through discussion, one can create an interest and understanding of the Pancharatra and Bhagavata systems.
Yes, Mother, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rose.
Pancharatrika Vidhi and Bhagavata system. Archa Vigraha, Archa deity worship, and the discussion about the Supreme Lord. These two things. These activities are Shuddha Bhakti, devotional service. Text 170, Lavanya, go ahead. Sarvopadi.
Yes, Krishna. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparattvena nirmalam Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhaktiruchyate. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: Bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the master of all the senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is free from all material designations, and one's senses are purified simply by being employed in the service of the Lord. Purport: this verse quoted from the Narada Pancharatra is found in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.12.
So originally from Narada Pancharatra. So Narada Muni's description. So what are the two side effects when we engage in devotional service?
Once the senses are purified and once the material designations are free.
What are the material designations?
I am this body, I am this, I am that one.
Bodily designations, whatever. I'm African, I'm American, I'm software engineer, I'm doctor. These various material up to the material body only. Then what is our spiritual designation?
We are the servant of the Supreme Lord.
Jivere Sarupe Krishna Das.
Raja, Raju Prabhu, Raja la diya. Very good. Very nice. Raju Prabhu ki jai. Thank you. Yes, correct. Okay, next 171. Raju Prabhu, chayandi.
Madguna Shruti Mad. This CCR
Bengali, Sanskrit, Slokam.
Okay. Madguna Shruti Matrena Mai Sarva Guhasaye Manogatir avichinna yata gangam basombadau. Translation: just as the celestial waters of the Ganges flow unobstructed into the ocean, so when my devotees simply hear of me, their minds come to me. I reside in the hearts of all. Purport: this verse and the following three verses are quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 3.29:11 to 14. They were spoken by Lord Krishna in the form of Kapila Deva.
Very good. Thank you, Prabhu. 172. Lalitma Prabhu.
Lakshanam bhakti yogasya nirgunasya hidasritam ahaytuki avyavahita ya bhakti purushottame. Translation: these are the characteristics of transcendental loving service to Purushottama, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is causeless and it cannot be obstructed in any way.
This one.
Salokya Sakshi Samipya Saropyaikattvamapyuta Diyamanam na Grihnanti Vinamat Sevanam Jana. My devotees do not accept Salokya, Sarshti, Sarupya, Samipya or oneness with me, even if I offer these liberations in preference to serving me. Jai.
Yeah. We are in Damodarashtakam, right? We are doing every day Damodarashtakam. There also fourth one. Let us see that mood of a pure devotee.
Prabhu, now you are in sixth canto, na? Fifth canto, right? Yeah.
Sixth. Yeah.
Fifth, na?
Fifth canto.
5, 6, 18, Prabhu, okkara chodandi. If you have time, you can open that also. It is in the similar lines of this only.
Let us see that also. Varam deva moksham na mokshavadim vam na chanyam runeham vareshadapiha idam teva purnata gopala balam sadami manasya virashtanki manyai. Liberation అంటే devotees doesn't like any liberation actually. ఇప్పుడు ఆ వర్సెస్ చూసినాం కదా, శ్రీ చైతన్య మహాప్రభు ఎస్పెషల్లీ పాయింటెడ్ అవుట్ అండ్ chosen verses from Srimad Bhagavatam and describing to whom? Rupa Goswami. Very good. Read anybody? Please read.
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, read.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kind of liberations, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of the eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon, which may be obtained by executing the 9 process of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as a Balagopal in Vrindavana may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this?
This one is in preference to serving me. So in the Damodarashtakam, the Vyasdeva is written, a form nakena Bala Gopal in Vrindavan. Very good. Chapan bro, the number eppandi SB 5 dot chapter తెలుసా?
Prabhuji said 5.6.18, Prabhuji.
ఒకటే వరుస. Let me see any pair. Kunti Maharani prayers also as Yata Ganga. Okay. Sukadeva Goswami continued, my dear king, the supreme person, Mukunda, is actually the mentor of all members of the Pandava and his dynasties. He is your spiritual master, worshipable deity, friend, and the director of your activity. To say nothing of this, he sometimes serves your family as a messenger or servant. This means he worked just as ordinary servants also. Those engaged in attaining the Lord's favor attain liberation from the Lord very easily. But he does not very easily give the opportunity to render direct service unto him. Yeah, personal service. So how can
liberation is very easy actually. But getting service liberation is very easy. Mukti anna chala easy anta. కానీ ఆయనకి స్వయం సేవ ఉంటుంది చూసారా అది కష్టం అన్నమాట. సర్వింగ్ డైరెక్ట్లీ టు హిమ్, it is very rare. He will not give to everyone and anyone. So there is a last line probably in this shloka. Muktim dadati karichit smana bhakti yoga. Not sure actually. Muktim dadati karichit smana bhakti yogam. Mana bhakti yogam. Bhakti yogam will not give. He will not give to anyone. Mukti, yes, he will give.
So when we perform bhakti, automatically mukti also included.
Yeah, that's why the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is very important. Because generally, earlier it was Hare Rama Mantra. Na? We see in many temples, other than ISKCON or the Gaudiya Vaishnava temples, we see it as Hare Rama and then it is Hare Krishna, right?
Correct.
Yeah, because Hare Rama is actually Mukti Dayaka. But Hare Krishna is actually Bhakti Dayaka. That's why this is known as Maha Mantra. And it is very, very important here. We don't aspire for Mukti, we aspire for Bhakti. That is the Gaudiya Vaishnava's philosophy.
Very good.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, ma'am.
Nice. Okay. So next, this also from Srimad Bhagavatam. Again, Sayeva Bhakti Yoga. Okay, let me ask. Vani Mataji, then next, Deepa Mata, you can do. Vani Mataji, please recite. Hari Bol.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Saeva Bhakti Yogakhya Atyantika Udarata Yena Tivrajya Trigunam Madhavayo Papa Dhyayate. Prabhuji, కొంచెం scroll చేయరా screen?
Madhavayo papadyate.
Okay.
Papadyate. Okay.
Bhakti Yoga, as described above, is the ultimate goal of life. By rendering devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one transcends the modes of material nature and attains the spiritual position on the platform of direct devotional service.
Very good. Thus, one question. Is the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra situated on which mode?
Shuddha Sattva mode, Prabhuji?
Shuddha Sattva. Is there any difference between Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and Krishna?
No.
Okay.
Both are transcendental.
Abhinnatvam namanaminu. There is no difference between Krishna and holy name. Important verse, huh? You can quote. Next also you read, Mataji.
Yeah. Bhukti Mukti Adi Vancha Yadi sorry, even point. Bhukti Mukti Adi Vancha Yadi Mana Haya Sadhana Karile Prema Utpanana Haya. Translation. If one is infected with the desire for material enjoyment or material liberation, he cannot rise to the platform of pure loving service unto the Lord, even though he may superficially render devotional service according to the routine regulative principles. Purport. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura mentions that if one maintains within his heart the desire to enjoy the result of good work or being embarrassed by the material world, the desire to get out of the material entanglement, one will never be able to attain the transcendental mellows of devotional service. In other words, one must not desire material profit when rendering the devotional service. Even if one follows all the 64 regulative principles, he cannot attain pure devotional service with a contaminated, Rupaji, can you scroll? Contaminated heart.
Mataji, నేను ల్యాప్టాప్ నే చేస్తున్నా మతాజీ. మీరు బేసికల్ గా మనకి స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్ లో జస్ట్ ఆ స్క్రీన్ ఇటు
అవును, అర్థమైంది ప్రభుజీ. నేను స్క్రీన్ టిల్ట్ చేస్తాను కదా, సో నేను ఆ చిన్న స్క్రీన్ లో ఇలా చూడాలంటే చాలా కళ్ళు స్ట్రెయిన్ అయిపోతుంది. When I tilt it, I cannot see the full thing, and I also expand it. I pinch it, so that's why I cannot see it, Prabhuji. That's why I asked. Next time I try to see.
Yeah. ఎందుకంటే నేనైతే ల్యాప్టాప్ నే షేర్ చేస్తున్నా మతాజీ.
Yeah, I got it.
Anyway, yeah, it's okay. Yeah. So what is saying here, very nice point. Contaminated heart, we cannot attain వాట్ ఈస్ దస్ కంటామినేషన్? చెప్పండి ఎవరైనా. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ కంటామినేషన్ ఆఫ్ హార్ట్? ఏముంటుంది అసలు హార్ట్లో? హృదయ గ్రంథి అంటారు కదా. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ హృదయ గ్రంథి?
Attachments to families and house.
యా. ఇంకా నాట్
కామ
ఓన్లీ
క్రోధ కామ క్రోధ లోభ మద మాత్సర్యం.
All the five, yeah.
సిక్స్ డియర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్
Yeah.
మనం మంచిగా పోషిస్తాం.
Lust, anger, greed, pride, envy,
Hmm.
and
యా. సో దానికి మనకు ఋషభదేవుడు ఏం చెప్తున్నాడు టీచింగ్స్? ఋషభదేవుని నిన్న రిసైడ్ చేసిన. సో హియర్ భక్తి వైభవ వర్స్, వన్ వర్స్ ఈస్ దేర్, రైట్? ద మైండ్ ఈస్ ద రీడ్ చేయండి ఒకసారి ట్రాన్స్లేషన్.
the mind is the root cause of lust, anger, pride, greed, lamentation, illusion, and fear. Combined, these constitute bondage to fruitive activity. What learned man would put faith in the mind?
సో అక్కడ నుంచే ఎప్పుడైతే థింక్ చేస్తామో, ఎప్పుడైతే కావాలనుకుంటామో, చేతో దర్పణ మార్జనం.
Purification of mind is important.
సమ్ టైమ్స్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఒక్కోసారి సమ్ టైమ్స్ హార్ట్ అని యూజ్ చేస్తాం, సమ్ టైమ్ మైండ్ అని యూజ్ చేస్తాం. బట్ అల్టిమేట్లీ చేతో దర్పణ మార్జనం త్రూ ద చాంటింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద హోలీ నేమ్స్ ఓన్లీ ఇట్స్ పాసిబుల్. దట్ మీన్స్ రెండరింగ్ ప్యూర్ డివోషనల్ సర్వీస్ దట్ మ్యాటర్స్. నెక్స్ట్ యూ కంటిన్యూ Madhya, ప్లీజ్ రీడ్ 176. These are very very important verses.
Bhukti mukti spruha yavat pishachi hridi vartate tavat bhakti sukhasyatra katham abhyudayo bhavet. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The material desire to enjoy the material world and the desire to become liberated from material bondage are considered to be two witches. Desire to enjoy the material world and desire to become liberated from material bondage. And they haunt one like ghosts. As long as these witches remain within the heart, how can one feel transcendental bliss? As long as these two witches remain in the heart, there is no possibility of enjoying the transcendental bliss of devotion service. This verse is found in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.2.22. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, next also you can do 1 second. 177 some point.
Sadhana bhakti haite haya ratira udaya rati gadha haile tara prema namakaya. By regularly rendering devotional service, one gradually becomes attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When that attachment is intensified, it becomes love of Godhead. The Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.2.2 gives the following information about sadhana bhakti. Kriti sadhya bhavet sadhya bhavasa sadhana bhita nitya siddhasya bhavasya prakatyam hridi sadhyata. The process of devotion service, beginning with chanting and hearing, is called sadhana bhakti. This includes the regulative principles that are intended to awaken one to devotion service. Devotional service is always dormant in everyone's heart, and by the offenseless chanting of the holy name of the Lord, one's original dormant Krishna consciousness is awakened. This awakening to Krishna consciousness is the beginning of sadhana bhakti. This can be divided into many different parts, including faith, association with devotees, initiation by the spiritual master, engagement in devotion service under the instructions of a spiritual master, steadiness in devotion service, and the awakening of a taste for devotion service. In this way, one can become attached to Krishna and his service, and when this attachment is intensified, it results in ecstatic love for Krishna. The word rati is explained in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.3.41 as follows. Vyaktam ashrunat lakshyate rati lakshanam mumukshu prabhriti nam ched bhaved esha ratirnahi. when a tenderness of the heart is manifested, there is rati or attachment. But those who are interested in being liberated from material bondage will not manifest this tenderness. This attachment is not like material attachment. When one is free of material contamination, attachment for Krishna's service awakens and is called rati in the material world. There is attachment for material enjoyment, but this is not rati. The transcendental rati can be awakened only on the spiritual platform. Ecstatic love for Krishna Prema is described in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.41 as follows. Samyanmashrinita svanto mamatvatishya tishayankita bhavasa eva sandratma budhai premani katyate. When the heart is completely softened and devoid of all material desires, and when one's emotional feelings become very strong, one becomes very much attached to Krishna. Such purified emotion is known as pure love.
Yes, brother. Thank you. So nice. The Bhakti Rasam Sindhu, as part of our Bhakti Shastri, we read only some part until 18 chapters, I think. There is so much thing, so much descriptions of how pure love is defined. So we see some verses here. See, so nice. We'll continue. Anybody? So again, one more round. Yeah, Sandhya Mata, again, please start. 178. Raju Prabhu, you did now. చేశారు కదా
చేస్తా ప్రభుజీ. ఐ విల్ డూ వన్ మోర్ అండ్ ఐ విల్ గో.
చేసి వెళ్ళిపోండి అయితే.
ప్రేమ వృద్ధి క్రమే నామ స్నేహమాన ప్రణయ రాగ అనురాగ భావ మహాభావహాయ. Translation: the basic aspects of prema, when gradually increasing to different states, are affection, abhorrence, love, attachment, further attachment, ecstasy, and great ecstasy. Purport: in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 3.84, Sneha, affection, is described as below. Sandras chitta dravam kurvan prema sneha itiryate Krishna क्षणिकास्यापि नेह स्यात् विश्लेष्यस्य सहिष्णुता. That aspects of prema in which the melting of the heart for the love is concentrated is called sneha or affection. The symptom of such affection is that the lover cannot for a moment remain without the association of the beloved. The description of mana can be found in the Madhya Lila, chapter 2, verse 66. Similarly, the description of pranaya is also there. As far as raga is concerned, the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 2.87 says, Snehasa rago yenasya sukam dukkam apisprutam tat sambandha lavya pratra pritihi mana vyayai api. The stage at which affection for the beloved converts unhappiness into happiness is called raga or attachment. When one has such attachment for Krishna, he can give up his own life to satisfy his beloved Krishna. Anuraga, Bhava, and Mahabhava are described in 6th chapter of the Madhya Lila, verse 13. The purport to the verse explains Aniruddha Mahabhava. Thank you. Sorry, Adiruddha Mahabhava.
Very good. Verse Madhya Lila, chapter 2, maybe chapter 2, 2.13. Quickly, let me see. CC Madhya 2.13. Doubt. కాదు. ఏ చాప్టర్ ఏంటది? ఎనీబడి? మధ్యలో 6th చాప్టర్ అన్నారా? ఇక్కడ క్లియర్లీ ఉంది. ప్రేమ అభిరుద్ధ భావయాన్ రతాన్రే ఏ వికార మనుష్యేరా దేహే దేకి బడా చమత్కార. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya considered the uncommon ecstatic symptoms of Abhiruddha Bhava are appearing in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is very wonderful. How are they possible in the body of a human being? Is it possible? It's there. That's a corrected point. Okay, again, Mataji. Sandhya Mataji, Haribol?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Ya iche bija ikshura saguda kanda sara shakkara sitami chari uttamami chareira. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The gradual development of prema may be compared to different states of sugar. First, there is the seed of the sugar cane, then sugar cane, and then the juice extracted from the cane. When this juice is boiled, it forms liquid molasses, then solid molasses, then sugar, candy, rock candy, and finally lozenges.
Lozenges. Do it one more, Niyati.
एयि सब कृष्ण भक्ति रासेर सत्यै भावा
Sthai Bhava.
स्थायी भावे मिले या देवी भावा अनुभवा. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All these stages combined are called Sthayi Bhava or continuous love of Godhead in devotional service. In addition to these stages, there are Vibhava and Anubhava. Purport: attachment for Krishna never wanes. It increases more and more as one attains different stages. All the stages together are called Sthayi Bhava or continuous existence of ecstasy. The 9 forms of devotional service are Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dhyasyam, Saukyam, Atmanivedanam. When continuous love of Godhead is mixed with the process of devotional service, it is called Vibhava. Anubhava, Satvika and Vyabhichari. The devotee thus enjoys a variety of transcendental bliss. In his Amrita Pravaha Bhashya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura states that Anubhava can be divided into 13 categories: dancing, rolling on the ground, singing, yelling, jumping, making loud noises, yarning, heavy breathing, not caring for public opinion, discharging saliva, roaring laughter, unsteadiness, and hiccuping. These are the symptoms of Anubhava. Thus, the transcendental mellows are experienced in different stages. Similarly, there are many other forms of expression that have been analytically studied by the Goswamis. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami gives each and every symptom a particular name.
Haribol. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
13 categories, huh? Amrita Pravaha Bhasya. Spiritual ecstasy. Not caring for him. That is also one of the bhava. Only that person experiencing in ecstasy can know that the value of the feelings. Text 181, Rashmi Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. सात्विका व्याभिचारी भावे रामे लाने कृष्णा भक्ति रसहाया अमृता aswadane. Translation given by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When the higher standard of ecstatic love is mixed with the symptom of sattvika and vyabhichari, the devotee relishes the transcendental bliss of loving Krishna in a variety of nectarian tastes.
Text also.
याय चेदाधि सीताग्रता मरीचा कर्पूरा मिलने रसालाहाया amrita madhura. Translation: These tastes are like a combination of yogurt, sugar, candy, ghee, clarified butter, black pepper, and camphor, and are as palatable as sweet nectar.
Very good. Okay, Mata. Thank you, Mata. We'll give it to someone.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Read Lavanya.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Text
Krishna.
183 and 184. Bhakti Bede Rati Beda Pancha Parakara Shantarati Dasyarati Sakhyarati Ara Vatsalyarati Madhuryarati Yei Pancha Vibeda Rati Bede Krishna Bhakti Rase Pancha Beda. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. According to the devotee, attachment falls within the 5 categories of Shantarati, Dasyarati, Sakyarati, Vatsalyarati, and Madhuryarati. These 5 categories arise from devotees' different attachment to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The transcendental mellows derived from the devotional service are also of 5 varieties. Purport. Shantarati is described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 2.5.16 to 18 as Manase Nirvikalpatvam Sama iti abhidiyate. When one is completely free from all doubts and material attachments, he attains the neutral position called Shanta. Vihaya Vishayanmukya.
This is Sanskrit. Language Sanskrit.
विषयोन्मुख्यां निजानन्दास्तितिर्यथा आत्मना कह्यतो सोऽत्र स्वभावा सम इति असौ प्रयासमा प्रधानानां नमता गन्धवर्जिता परमात्मताय कृष्णे जाता शान्तरत् परमात्मता कृष्णे जा तशांता ratirmata. The Shantarati realization of Krishna is in the neutral stage between the conception of impersonalism and personalism. This means that one is not very strongly attached to the personal feature of the Lord, and appreciation of the greatness of the Lord is called Shantarati. This is attachment not to the personal feature but to the impersonal feature. Generally, one in this stage is attached to the Paramatma feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddesharjuna tishtati pramayam sarva bhutani yantra rudani mayaya. This is a big purport. You can give to some others if you want.
Yeah, complete this translation.
The Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart, O Arjuna, and he is directing the wanderings of all living entities who are seated as on a machine made up of material energy. Bhagavad Gita 18.61. On the strength of the statement from the Bhagavad Gita, we can understand that in Shantarasa, a devotee sees the Lord's representation everywhere.
Yeah. So very nicely describing what exactly the definition of Shantarasa. Very nice, this verse. So next one, let me ask. Vani Mataji, please continue. Or let me see.
Yes,
Yes. Sirisha Mataji also there. Yeah.
Yeah. Dasya Rati is explained in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 2.5.27 thus. Swasmat bhavanti ye nyaundas ten anugrahaya harirmata आराध्यात् vatmika tesham rati pritir iririta तथा रक्षति कृत अन्यत्र प्रीति संहारिणी yes asau he asau Krishna. When the Supreme Lord in his localized aspect is appreciated and a great devotee understands his subordinate position, not only does he surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but due to his subordinate position, he wishes to render some service and thus becomes favored by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A devotee in Shantarati is not very much willing to render service to the Lord, but a devotee in Dasyarati Prabhuji, Rati inka Rasa is same, huh?
అదే
Okay. This I don't remember reading it. Okay. But in Dasya Rati, voluntarily wants to render service. Due to this attitude, the devotee in Dasya Rati realizes the Supreme Personality of Godhead more fully than a devotee in Shanta Rati. He considers the Lord to be worshipable object, and this means that his attachment for the Lord increases. Thus, Dasya Rati is characterized by bhakti, pareshanubhavo, virakter, anyatra cha. Bhagavatam 11.2.42. In other words, on the Dasyarati platform, a devotee is attached to rendering service to the Lord and he is detached from material activities. Shantarati is neither material nor spiritual, but Dasyarati is actually on the spiritual platform. There is no attachment for material things on the spiritual platform. Virakter anyatra cha. A devotee in Dasyarati has no attachment for anything but Krishna's service.
ఓకే అమ్మా, థ్యాంక్ యూ మదర్.
Okay.
Okay, very good. One point, 11 to 44, let me quickly see. భక్తి పరేషానుభావ విరక్తిర్ అన్యత్ర చైసత్రిక ఏకకాలః ప్రపద్యామానస్య యథాసనాతస్యుస్ తుష్టిస్ పుష్టిస్ క్షుద్ అపయోను గాసాం. Devotion, direct experience of the Supreme Lord, and detachment from other things. These three occur simultaneously for one who has taken shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Devotion, direct experience of Supreme Lord, and detachment. In the same way that pleasure, nourishment, and the relief from hunger come simultaneously and increasingly with each bite for a person engaged in eating. Bhakti Pareshanubhava. Pareshanubhava, Paraisha Anubhava. Devotion of the Supreme Personality of God, direct perception. Now Sakyarati will continue here. Let me ask. Sirisha Matadi, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, President.
Please continue.
Sakyarati is described in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 2.5.30 as follows. Esya stulya mukundasya te sankhya satam mataha sakaya satam mataha samyad vishramba rupaisham rati sakyam ihochete. According to the opinion of advanced devotees and learned scholars, a devotee in Sakyarati feels equal to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is a relationship in friendship due to having a friendly relationship with the Lord. Not only is one free from material attachment, but one believes in equal dealings with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called Sakyarati. The Sakyarati devotee is so advanced that he treats the Lord on an equal level and even exchanges joking words with him. Although one is never equal to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Sakyarati devotee feels equal to the Lord. And he does not feel guilty because of this. Usually it is offensive to consider oneself equal to the Lord. The Mayavadis, for example, consider themselves equal to the Lord, but such feelings entail bereavement because they are material. Sakyarati, however, is a feeling experienced in the mind by a pure devotee, and he is eternally related with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in that feeling. Can I continue, Prabhuji?
Continue. Vatsalya, continue.
Vatsalya Rati is described as follows in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 2.5.33. Guravo ye hariri asya te pujya iti vishrutaha anugrahamai ratirvatsalya muchyate idam lalana bhavyasis chibukas sparshandikrit.
Yeah.
When a living entity is situated on the platform of Vatsalya Rati, he thinks of the Supreme
personality of Godhead in his childhood future. In this future, the Lord has to be protected by the devotee, and at this time, the devotee takes the position of being worshipped by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These feelings of parental love are called Vatsalya Rati. When the devotee is situated on this platform, he wants to maintain the Lord like a son, and he desires all good fortune for the Lord. He offers blessings to the Lord by touching his feet and head.
So thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Let me see. Anybody?
ప్రభుజీ నేను ఉన్నాను ప్రభుజీ.
Yeah, do it, Mataji.
Madhura Rati or attachment in conjugal love is described as follows. मिथो हरेर्मृगाक्षश्च सम्भोगस्यादिकारणं मधुरापरपर्याय प्रियताख्योदितारति अस्यां कटाक्षभ्रूक्षेप प्रियवाणी स्मितादया. Madhura Rati, the conjugal relationship experience between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the young damsels of Rajabhumi continuously exists in 8 kinds of remembrances. This intimate relationship, brought about by conjugal love, produces movements of the eyebrows, glancing sweet words, and exchanges of joking words.
See, this is also big one. We'll continue. You can do, Mataji, one more.
Yeah.
One more, then we'll continue.
Shantatasya Sakhya Madhura Rasanama. शान्तदास्य सख्यवात्सल्य मधुररसनाम कृष्ण भक्तिरस मध्ये पंच pradhana. The chief transcendental mellows experienced with the Supreme Personality of Godhead are 5: Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and Madhura. Shanta Bhakti Rasa is described in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 3.1.4 to 6 as follows. Vakshyamaner Amma, oka nisham quiet ga undu. वक्ष्यमाणैर्विभावाद्यै शमिनां स्वाद्यतां तां गता स्थायी शान्तिरतिर्धीरै शान्तभक्तिरसस्मृता प्रायः स्वसुखजातीयं सुखं स्याद् अत्र योगिनां किन्त्वात्मसौख्यम् अघनं घनं त्विषमयं सुखम् तत्रापीश स्वरूपानुभवस्यैवोरुहेतुता दासादिवन्मनो ज्ञात्वा लीलादेर्न तथा मता.
Okay, Mataji, we'll read, okay? Yeah. Hare Krishna. Lalit Mohan Prabhu, please continue reading.
Yes, Prabhu. When Shantarati, neutral attraction, exists continuously and is mixed with ecstatic emotion, and when a devotee releases that neutral function, it is called Shanta Bhakti Rasa. Shanta Bhakti Rasa. Shanta Bhakti Rasa devotees generally releases the impersonal feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If the taste of transcendental bliss is incomplete, it is called Aghana or not concentrated. A comparison is made between ordinary milk and a concentrated milk. When the same devotee goes beyond an impersonal and tastes the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his original form as Satchid Ananda Vigraha, his transcendental blissful body complete in the knowledge and eternity, the taste is called concentrated, Ghana, transcendental bliss. Sometimes the devotee in the Shantarasa relish transcendental bliss after meeting the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But this is not comparable to the transcendental bliss relished by the devotee situated in the Dasya Rasa. One more term I'll tell you. Sometimes the devotees in Shanta Rasa relish transcendental bliss after meeting the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But this is not comparable to the transcendental bliss relished by devotees situated in Dasya Rasa, the transcendental mellow in which one renders service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay.
Yeah, continue. ఒకదానికంటే ఒకటి ఇంక్రీజింగ్ కదా ప్రభు. Continue.
Dasya Rasa or Dasya Bhakti Rasa is described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 3.2.3 to 4 as follows. Atmochitair vibhavadyai प्रीतिरास्वादनीयताम् नीता चेतसि भक्तानां प्रीति भक्तिरसो मतः अनुग्राह्यस्य दासत्वाल् लाल्यात्वाद् अप्ययं विधाम् भिद्यते सम्भ्रम प्रीतो गौरव प्रीत इत्यपि. When, according to his desire, the living entity develops love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, this beginning stage of love is called Dasya Bhakti Rasa. Dasya Bhakti Rasa is divided into two categories called Sambhrama Dasya and Gaurava Dasya. In Sambhrama Dasya, the devotee renders respectful service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But in more advanced stage, Gaurava Dasya, the devotee feels he is receiving protection from the Lord. General గా మనం గౌరవం అంటే రెస్పెక్ట్ అంటాం కదా, ఇక్కడ డిఫరెంట్ ఉంది యాక్చువల్లీ. సంభ్రమ మీన్స్ రెస్పెక్ట్, గౌరవ మీన్స్ ప్రొటెక్షన్. వెరీ గుడ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ బ్రో.
Let me finish and we can wrap up this call today and continue with the recitation. Let me continue. Sakya Bhakti Rasa is described as follows in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 3.3.1. Sthai bhavo vibhavadyai Sakyam atmochitairiha Nitaschitte satam pushtim Rasapreyan udiryate. According to one's original consciousness, ecstatic emotions may be exhibited as continuously existing in fraternity. When this stage of Krishna consciousness is mature, it is called Preyo Rasa or Sakya Bhakti Rasa. Vatsalya Bhakti Rasa is described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 3.4.1 as follows. Vibhavadyaistu Vatsalyam Sthai Pushtim Upagataha Esha Vatsala Namatra Prokto Bhakti Raso Budaihi. When eternally existing love of Godhead transforms into parental love and is mixed with corresponding emotions, that stage of spiritual existence is described by learned devotees as Vatsalya Bhakti Rasa. Madhura Bhakti Rasa is described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 3.5.1 as follows. Atmochitair vibhavadyai pushtim nita satam hridi madhurakyo bhaved bhakti rasosau madhuraratihi. If in accordance with one's own natural development in Krishna consciousness, one's attraction leans towards conjugal love within the heart, that is called attachment in conjugal love or madhura rasa. So all these 5 primary mellows described in this last 2 verses. So we'll stop here, devotees. From 186 will continue tomorrow. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, and Rupa Goswami ki jai.
So I
Thank you
have
very
a question here. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Okay. Yeah, ask.
So Prahlad Maharaja belongs to which category, Prabhuji?
Prahlad Maharaja.
దాస్య మతజ. He says that he is always Dasya Lord.
Yeah. ఇక్కడ సంభ్రమ ఉంది, గౌరవ ఉంది, and he did 2, right, Prabhuji? Dasya Bhakti Rasa. That means.
Yeah, he is protection Mataji, completely protected by Narasimha.
Yeah.
Gaurava.
He renders service to Supreme Lord also, right?
Yes.
So it completes like Dasya Bhakti Rasa, Sambrama and Gaurava.
Yes, Mataji.
But somewhere, I'm not sure, Prabhuji, but somewhere I read neutral, like the Shanta.
Oh, Prahlad Maharaj?
Yeah.
No. Cannot be Mataji.
I got it out, but now it's clarified, Prabhuji. Yeah. Dasya Bhakti. Yeah, because he is entirely dependent on Lord, right? So it will be like Gaurava and Sambrama. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah. In one of the article I read, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Okay, then I am not sure of because from which Purana they have taken it. There are many abstracts in many Puranas, Mataji. But
Yeah,
generally,
that's
Bhagavata, it says as a dasya and protection.
yes. Nice explanation here. Everything is nice. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, so I just shared in the group. 1 second. Okay, we will continue our Bhakti Vaibhava Sloka practice. Prabhuji, నిన్న ఇది this one, the activities of Lord Rishabhadeva, ఈ వర్స్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసినాం 565. కామో మన్యూర్ మదో లోభ శోకమోహ భయాదహ కర్మబంధశ్చయన్మూల స్వీకుర్యాత్ కోను తద్ బుధః. ఇది నిన్న ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసినాం. దిస్ వన్ ఆల్సో 10th chapter of 5th canto, the discussion between Jadabharata and Maharaja Rahugana. Naham Vishanke Suralaja Vajran Natrayaksha Sulan Nayasya.
ఇది అయిపోయిందా ప్రభు?
It is also done.
ప్రభు, ఇది ముందు శ్లోకం అప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పారు కదా చిన్నది, అది ఎప్పుడు జంట శ్లోకం ప్రభు? అది అంటే
ఏది
చిన్నది ఉంది కదా, దీనికి ముందు కూడా ఇంకో శ్లోకం ఉంటుంది అనుకుంటాను ప్రభు. కామం అని ఫస్ట్ ఇది ఇంకోలా స్టార్ట్ అవుద్ది యాక్చువల్లీ. దాన్ని ఏమంటారు?
చూద్దాం
మైండ్ గురించి ప్రభు ఇదంతా కదా. సో ఫస్ట్ అది వేస్ట్ తో కంపేర్ చేస్తాడు మైండ్ ని, తర్వాత ఈ శ్లోకం వస్తుంది అనమాట, ఎవరు దీని మీద పెడతాడు అని. అది మర్చిపోయినది శ్లోకం. సో రెండు కలిపి ఉంటాయి జనరల్లీ. సో దీనికి ఏంటంటే, సారీ స్పీకింగ్ తెలుగు. there are two shlokas Prabhu just before 565 analysis. So 564 it might be Prabhu, where the mind's description is given. Yeah.
I will open 1 second. So in this one also we practice Prabhu. Naham Vishanke Suralaja
This is the best shloka Prabhu. Means many
Nagnanarka Somanila Vitta Paschat Shanke Purusham Brahmakulawa Avamanat. So offending a Vaishnava, offending a Brahmana. Very so 5.
So this is the devotees parallels now. Like here, Rahuguna. He might be king, but he is well versed with the Bhagavat Vidhi. Okay. And if you see Vritrasura, he also says, I don't want that loka, I don't want that loka if it is at the cost of your service. And here, it is the same parallel mood actually. I don't want, I am not fear about that, I don't have fear about this, but what I am fearful of, offending Vaishnava. An unjust woman is very easily carried away by karmas. Yes, this one. దీని తర్వాత వస్తుంది ప్రభు, ఇది 4 అనేది.
4 తర్వాతనే 5 వస్తుంది.
Yes. So here he starts about the description of mind, how unchaste it is, and then the continuation shloka is the 5th one yesterday which you had read.
Okay. Sure. Nice, Prabhu. Maybe exam వరకంటే అంతవరకు చూసినాం, but before we don't.
Yeah, that's okay. But this is about mind, whenever the mind's this thing class will be taken, these shlokas will be given in, together. Hyphenated shlokas, both times. Both. Okay.
So today we'll do another 2, Prabhu. Then
yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So let me see. Yesterday 2 years now. Today Tuesday, right? Tuesday. Okay. These 2, 5, 12, 12, and then 5, 18, 12.
Very good. Prabhu, these are like... Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. Rajobhishekam, Prabhu. This is a Rajobhishekam sloka. This is what is 5, 12, 12, no? So 5, 12, 12 తర్వాత ఇంకొకటి ఉంటుంది 13, 22 ఉందా ప్రభు? నెక్స్ట్ 18 లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయారు డైరెక్ట్. ఇంకా
18 వెళ్ళిపోయారు.
అరే ప్రభు, సో వీడు జస్ట్ వన్ శ్లోకనా, బికాస్ దిస్ ఇస్ ద 12, 12 is Jada Bharat. you know,
Hmm. Yeah.
Jadabharat says something to Rahuguna,
Rahugana.
and Rahuguna in the next chapter realizes, okay, yes, what you have said is perfectly true. Ani.
Next
That is
verse.
5:13:22. Yeah, no. 5:13:22. So
5
all through this 12th chapter and 13th chapter till 22, he will give instructions to Jadabharat. He'll start opening his mouth and gives instructions. 22, Rahuguna says, now I am completely your servant. Please give me. Please, tell me.
Idena?
Yeah. Yes. Now, yad bhutam. Yeah. Okay. So these are also something kind of hyphenated Prabhu, because before start Jadabharat will say, and at the end Rahuguna will realize, yes, that is true. What you have said is true. So we will do Rahuguna 5:12 first.
We'll include Prabhu. This is one of the important sloka. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Very, very important sloka, Prabhu.
What
might be.
What basis they chosen these 5th kind of verses, Prabhu? I mean, see, connected undal somehow. Why they
No, whatever it is, Prabhu, they are more, learned than us. Okay. We should respect them, whatever they have taken. Yes, sure. We will go directly to the. I'll just tell you, Prabhu.
Yeah.
No, I'll just tell you the meaning of the shloka. Then at last we will do the synonyms and all. Okay, Prabhu? So, Jadabharat will start. Okay. Rahuguna means Rahuguna tapasa nayati. Rahuguna etat, by this knowledge, and by tapasa nayati. By tapasa. It cannot be revealed. Okay. The pure knowledge, the pure transcendental knowledge, etat means Rahuguna etat. This knowledge cannot be revealed by what? Tapasa nayati. Na chejayani vapanad grihadva. Na chejaya. Ijjaya means deity worship. Just by deity worship, this knowledge cannot be revealed. Nirvapanad means sannyasa. From taking sannyasa, it cannot be revealed. Grihadva, perfect grihastha. If you are a very perfect, learned and scholarly grihastha, this knowledge cannot be revealed. Not chandasa. Chandasa means, in Naishtika Brahmacharyam, if you do the Vedas, Chanda, Upachanda, all these things if you do, no, it cannot be revealed. Na Jalagni. It cannot be revealed when you are inside the lake, which is frozen. And it cannot be revealed Agni Surya, in the Agni, when you are in between the Agni. And it cannot be revealed Surya, in the scorching heat. Okay. In all these conditions, if you do tapasya also, it cannot be revealed. Vina Mahapad Rajobhishekam. When will it get revealed? Pada Rajobhishekam. Renu is there, na? The Pada Renu of a devotee. When you, take a Abhishekam of that Raja, Renu, of what Renu? Devotees like a Pada Renu. Then you will get revealed everything. This is how he starts. Who? Jadabharat. Jadabharat, first time he opens the mouth. This is 3rd or 4th shloka, I guess. I don't remember. But in that flow, this is the main shloka. What he says is, whenever we go to Gokul in Vrindavan Yatra and all, if you remember, we were told, just roll on this field, roll on this, Raja. Why? Because of this shloka. What is Jadabharat saying? Just roll on that, Raja, Renur of that Vrindavan Gokul, because that is, used by devotees and cows and calves of Krishna. What happens if you do that? You will get revealed to the transcendental knowledge. Okay, this is what this shloka says. So now, if you want to go with the meanings and synonyms, you can go, please. But I just wanted to tell that this is a very important shloka. That's why I became ecstatic. You can go with the synonyms and meanings.
Yeah, I will go. Rahugana. O king of Rahugana, Eta, this knowledge, tapasa, by severe austerities and penances, nayati does not become revealed, na not, cha also, ijaya, iya, ijaya, yeah,
Ijaya, Prabhu. Ijaya means great.
ijaya, ijaya, by a great arrangement for worshipping the deity. Ijaya, okay, ijaya. Nirvapanat, or from finishing all material duties and accepting sannyasa. Grihat, from ideal householder. Va, or na, nar, chandasa, by observing celibacy or studying Vedic literature. Naeva, nar, jala agni suryaihi, by severe austerities, such as keeping oneself in water, in burning fire, or in the scorching sun. Vina, without. Mahat, of the great devotees. Padarajaha, the dust of the lotus feet. Abhishekam, smearing all over the body. Let me read this one also. My dear King Rahugana, unless one has the opportunity to smear his entire body with the dust of the lotus feet of great devotees, one cannot realize the absolute truth. One cannot realize the absolute truth simply by observing celibacy, brahmacharya, strictly following the rules and regulations of household life, leaving home as vanaprastha, accepting sannyasa, or undergoing severe penances in winter by keeping oneself submerged in water or surrounding oneself in summer by fire and the scorching heat of the sun. There are many other processes to understand the absolute truth, but the absolute truth is only revealed to one who has attained the mercy of a great devotee. ఇంకోసారి ఎవరైనా చేయండి devotees? Bhakti Vaibhava?
I'll do, Prabhuji.
Yeah, both you can, both.
Yeah. Rahugana, O King Rahugana, etat, this knowledge, tapasa, by severe austerities and penances, na yeti, does not become revealed, na, not, cha, also, ijayaya, by the great arrangement for worshipping the deity, nirvapanath, or from finishing all material duties and accepting sannyasa, grihat, from ideal householder life, va, or na, nor, chandasa, by observing celibacy or studying Vedic literature, na eva, nor, jalagni suryaha, by sun, veena, without, mahat, of the great devotees. నేను మర్చిపోయినట్టుకున్నాను ఒక నిమిషం. Jala Agni Surya, by severe austerities such as keeping oneself in water, in burning fire, or in the scorching sun. Veena, without. Mahat, of the great devotees. Padarajaha, the dust of the lotus feet. Abhishekam, smearing all over the body. My dear King Rahugana, unless one has the opportunity to smear his entire body with the dust of the lotus feet of a pure devotee, of a great devotees, one cannot realize the absolute truth. One cannot realize the absolute truth simply by observing celibacy, brahmacharya, strictly following the rules and regulation of household life, leaving home as vanaprastha, accepting sannyasa, or undergoing severe penances in winter by keeping oneself submerged in water or surrounding oneself in summer by fire and the scorching heat of the sun. There are many other processes to understand the absolute truth, but absolute truth is only revealed to one who has attained the mercy of a great devotee. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Jai.
Prabhu,
Okay.
go with the translation, Prabhu. रहो गुणैतत्तपसा न याति न चैर्जया निर्वपना गृहाद्वा न छन्दसा नैव जलाग्निसूर्यै विना महत्पादरजोऽभिषेकम्. Please go ahead, Prabhu.
रघुगणैता तपसा
नयति न चेतया
चेतयानि
निर्वपनाद्रहात्वा
न
न
चन्द्रसा
चन्द्रसानि
निसूर्ये
विना महत्पादरजोऽभिषेकम्
अभिषेकम्
रघुगुणैतत्तपसा न याति न चेज्यया निर्वपनाद्गृहाद्वा न छन्दसा नैव जलाग्निसूर्यै विना महत्पादरजोऽभिषेकम्
तपसा
रघुगणानयति नयाति न
न
चैतयाया
चेतयानि
निवात्वा न
न
छान्दसा नैव जलाग्निसूर्ये विना महत्पादरजोऽभिषेकम्.
Okay, one more time. रघुगुणैतत्तपसा न याति न चेज्यया निर्वपनाद्गृहाद्वा न छन्दसा नैव जलाग्निसूर्यै विना महत्पादरजोऽभिषेकम्
रघुगणैका
तपसा नयति
न
न
चेतयानि
चेतया निवपादाग्रिहात् न चन्दसानैव जलाग्निसूर्या विना महत्पादरजोऽभिषेकम्.
रजोभिषेकम्
Thank you so much, devotees. Shall we
ఇండివిజువల్
move on to the next one?
నెక్స్ట్
Or
ఇది ఒకసారి రిసైడ్ చేసినాక ఇది చూద్దాం బాబు. యస్యాస్తి భక్తిర్ భగవత్యగించన, వెరీ నైస్ వర్స్. ఇది ఆల్సో ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాము రేపు మళ్ళా టూ. నెక్స్ట్ 2 రోజులే ఉంటుంది. ఆల్ ద శ్లోకాస్ ప్రభు ఫర్ అస్. అది ఇది చేద్దాం ఎట్లా స్పీడ్ అప్ ఉంటుంది. డోంట్ మైండ్ డివోటీస్, స్పీడ్ అప్ ఫర్ అవర్ ఎగ్జామ్. ఇది ముందు నుండి ప్లాన్ చేసేది ఉండే, మై బ్యాడ్, ఐ డిడెంట్ ప్లాన్, వెరీ సారీ. ఏదో ముందు నుండి చేస్తే అయిపోతుండే 11 శ్లోకాస్. లేట్లీ రియలైజ్డ్, నో ప్రాబ్లం.
Bhakti Bible slogas devotees చేసిన ప్రభు ఫస్ట్.
నేను చేస్తాను. రహుగణైతా తపసా నయాతి నచేజ్యయా నిర్వపనాద్గృహద్వా నచందాసనైవ జలాగ్నిజూర్యైర్ వినా మహత్పాదరజోభిషేకం. ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ ఆల్రెడీ చదివినాము. వి విల్ read our own. Okay, recite sloka, devotees, bhakti vibe.
I'll go for
Prabhupada.
Screen పోయింది. Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, रघुगुणैतत्तपसा नयेति नासेज्ययामेवपनाद्गृहाद्वा न छन्दसा नैव जलाग्निसूर्यैर्विना महत्पादरजोऽभिषेकम्.
Haribol. Next. Is there Deepamata Haribol?
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Yeah, please.
रघुगणैतत्तपसा न याति न चेज्जया निर्वपणाद् गृहाद्वा न छन्दसा नैव जलाग्निसूर्यैर्विना महत्पादरजोऽभिषेकम्. My dear King Rahugana, unless one has the opportunity to smear his entire body with the dust of the lotus feet of great devotees, one cannot realize the absolute truth. One cannot realize the absolute truth simply by observing celibacy, brahmacharya, strictly following the rules and regulations of householder life, leaving home as a vanaprastha, accepting sannyasa, or undergoing severe penances in winter by keeping oneself submerged in water or surrounding oneself in summer by fire and the scorching heat of the sun. There are many other processes to understand the absolute truth, but the absolute truth is only revealed to one who has attained the mercy of a great devotee. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Okay, so now devotees.
There were two, no, Prabhuji. There was one more, no?
Yeah, one more is there that we will practice. ఇది కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసినాక అందరం మిగతా అందరు ఈ రెండు కలిసి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఇది రిసైడ్ చేద్దాం ప్రభు. 5:18-12.
Yes, Prabhu. So this says that 18th chapter, prayers offered by Lord by the residents of Jambudvipa. Okay. So here it is Anam. So different places. Prabhu, this verse says that
చెప్పండి
a devotee, a devotee, if he is doing bhakti yoga, okay, with all the faults and all the anarthas, still we should actually, what is say, he should be glorified. Then a non-devotee who is perfect in everything, okay, because even though a non-devotee has everything perfect, it is based on what? His senses and mind, which at any time will give him a slap, slap. But what is devotee following? Even though he is with all the, negatives, but the process which he has, taken shelter of, the process is pure. That will purify him as time passes. So, this is what this shloka says actually. Okay. In which there are many tunes which can be done, Prabhu. Shall we continue the same tune which we have done earlier?
Same.
Yeah, okay. Yasya bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvairgunastatra samasate sura harava bhaktasya kuto mahaguna manorathena satidhavato bahihi. Okay.
Yasyasti bhaktirbhagavatya kinchana sarvairgunaistattra samasate sura harava bhagatasya kuto mahadguna manorathena satidhavatu bhahi.
Okay, everyone, you can repeat after me. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvairgunastatra samasate sura harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena satidhavato bahihi.
यस्यास्ति भक्तिर्भगवत्य किञ्चन सर्वैर्गुणैस्तत्र समास्ते सूरा हरावभक्तस्य कुतो मनोरथस्ते न सतिधावतो बहिः.
Harav abhaktasya kuto mahadguna. Harav means harinchipote. It will become harin. It will go away. Okay. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvair guna tatra samasate suraha. He will become like a demigod. Okay. Whoever is following the process of bhakti as time passes. This is what this shloka says. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvair gunaistatra samasate sura harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena satidhavato bahihi.
Yasyasti bhakti
भगवते किञ्चन सर्वैर्गुणैस्तत्र समास्ते सूरा मनोरहाते.
Okay.
Just to wind up the total. You can lead. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let me read synonyms and translation one time. Yasya, of whom, asti, there is, bhaktihi, devotional service, bhagavati, to the supreme personality of Godhead, akinchana, without any motive, sarvaihi, with all, gunaihi, good qualities, tatra, there, in that person, samasate, reside, suraha, all the demigods, harav, unto the supreme personality of God, abhaktasya, of a person who is not devoted, kutaha, where, mahadguna, good qualities, manorathena, by mental speculation, asati, in the temporary material world, Dhavataha, who is running, Bahihi, outside, all the demigods and their exalted qualities, such as religion, knowledge, and renunciation, become manifest in the body of one who has developed unalloyed devotion for the Supreme Personality of God, Vasudeva. On the other hand, a person devoid of devotional service and engaged in material qualities has no good qualities. Material activities has no good qualities. Even if he is adept at the practice of mystic yoga, even if he is adept at the practice of mystic yoga or the honest endeavor of maintaining his family and relatives, he must be driven by his own mental speculations and must engage in the service of the Lord's external energy. How can there be any good qualities in such a man? Haribol. So we become demigods also by nice practice of bhakti yoga.
No, no. Qualities of demigods will be
Qualities.
exhibited by in our body.
Yeah,
We
qualities.
don't want to become demigod, Prabhu.
Hmm.
ఆ క్వాలిటీస్ కూడా ఆటోమేటిక్గా వచ్చేస్తాయి అన్నమాట.
దైవీ
Okay.
సంపత్తి అర్జున్.
ఓకే, ఇంకోసారి రిసైడ్ చేయండి మనది దీని సినోనిమ్స్ అండ్ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్. హరిబోల్
I'll do, Prabhuji.
డూ ఇట్ వన్ మోర్ టైం. రెండు శ్లోకాలు కలిసి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాం.
Yeah. Yasya, of whom asti, there is bhakti, devotional service. Bhagavati, to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Akinchana, without any motive. Sarvai, with all gunai, good qualities. Tatra, there, in that person. Samasate, reside. Suraha, all the demigods. Harav, onto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Abhaktasya, of the person who is not devoted. Kutaha, where. Mahad gunai, good qualities. Manorathena, by mental speculation. Asati, in the temporary material world. Dhavataha, who is running. Bahihi, outside. All the demigods and their exalted qualities such as religion, knowledge, and renunciation become manifest in the body of one who has developed unalloyed devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. On the other hand, a person devoid of devotional service engaged in material activities has no good qualities. Even if he is adept at the practice of mystic yoga or the honest endeavor of maintaining his family and relatives, he must be driven by his own mental speculations and must engage in the service of the Lord's external energy. How can there be any good qualities in such a person?
So the two slokas will practice together. Rahuganaita tapasa. ఇదైతే ప్రాక్టీస్ చేద్దాం ఫస్ట్ మనం. యస్యాస్తి భక్తిర్భగవత్యకించన సర్వైర్గుణైస్తత్ర సమాసతే సురాః హరావభక్తస్య కుటో మహద్గుణ మనోరథేనా సతి ధావతు బహి. మీరు చేయండి మాతది, వారి మాతది.
యస్యస్తి భక్తి భగవత్య కించన సర్వైర్గుణైస్తత్ర సమాసతే సురాః హరావభక్తస్య కుతో మహద్గుణా మనోరథేనాస్తి ధావతో బహిః.
So now all the devotees, two slokas combined together, please do same tune. You want to do? I don't know.
I will do it. Correct. Rahuganaita tapasa nayati nase jayanyarvapanad grahadva na chandasa naiva jalangi surai vinamahatpada rajobhishekam.
Very nice. Same.
Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvairgunastatra samasya sura hara bhakstya kuto mahadguna manorata ratenasti dhavato bahai.
Jay, thank you, Chandra Prabhu. Inka చేయండి devotees over there. Haribol.
Can I recite, Prabhuji?
Recite.
रघुगणैता तपसा नयाति न चे जयानिर्वपनात् गृहात् वा न छन्दसा नैव जलाग्निसूर्ये विना महत्पादरजोऽभिषेकम्. यस्यास्ति भक्तिर्भगवत् किंचना सर्वैर्गुणैस्तत्र समासते सुरा हारौ अभाक्स्य अभक्त्यास्य हारौ अभक्तस्य कुतो महत्गुणा मनोरथे नास्ति धवातो बहिः मनोरथाने सति धावतो बहिः.
Thank you, Mataji. Hari bol. Thank you.
Prabhuji.
Next in line. Hari bol. Asari bol. Sorry, sir. Next. Mataji చేయండి. Sandhya Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah.
गणैत तपसा नयाति न चेज्जयानिर्वपनात् गृहत्वा न छन्दसा नैव जलगानि सूर्यैर्विना महत्पादरजोऽभिषेकम्.
Jalagni Mataji, okay na? Right. Okay.
जलाग्नि.
Next.
यस्यास्ति भक्तिर्भगवत्यकिञ्चना सर्वैर्गुणैस्तत्र समासते सुरा हरावभक्तस्य कुतो महद्गुणा मनोरथेन सति धावतो बहिः.
Yes, Mother.
Thank you so much.
Srimad Bhagavatam 5.12.12. रघुगणैत तपसा नयाति न चेज्जयानेर्वपनागृहाना न छन्दसा नैव जलाग्निसूर्यै विना महत्पादरजोऽभिषेकम्. यस्यास्ति भक्तैर्भगवत्यकिञ्चना सर्वैर्गुणैस्तत्र समासते सुरा हरावभक्तस्य कुतो महद्गुणा मनोरथेना सति धावतो बहिः.
Hari bol. These are the prayers from the residents of Jambudvipa. So before one, same discussion between Maharaja Rahugana and Kidabharata. This is a little change. This verse from the prayers offered to the Lord by the residents of Jambudvipa. That's the chapter name, okay? 18th chapter. Then two more verse. Tomorrow we'll practice the 19th chapter, the description of the island of Jambudvipa. Next two verses. Tomorrow we'll practice after that. All the 11 slokas next 2 days. Same tune, only other tune and with them. Okay. Thank you so much, devotees. Vanchakapatarudyascha krupasindhubhyeva padidanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnava ki jai. Gandharashram Bhagavatam ki jai. Jai Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari. See you all tomorrow. Hari.